to it. Now, the story we've been covering for over a month now, because we're goddamn journalists, Josh,
We are.
is the Great Gerrymandering War of 2020. It continues, and we have two updates for you. One, as we talked about yesterday, the vote did happen. Special session number 2 was in full effect. The POWs was getting PO'd, all right? And we have a vote in favor for the new maps in Texas. Yes, the Republicans won that vote 88-52. No surprise there. It was right across party lines. Republicans were for the 88. Democrats were the 52. So, Josh, now I'm going to give a little bit more credit to the Dems than I previously did, Josh.
Okay.
This is not me going back and changing anything I said because I stand 10 toes down on all of it, Josh, okay? What I am doing is I'm starting to see the plan. I don't know if it'll be successful. I don't know if it's a good or bad plan, but I at least see what they were doing, right? What they were doing, which was obvious, was trying to delay the vote, right? But what they did do that I thought was successful is give the rest of their party time to come back with a counter initiative. Of course, that doesn't mean that they knew from day one what the counter initiative would be. It didn't mean by day one they knew exactly what states had to do to fight Texas or to try to bring something to the negotiating table because they had zero power down there in Texas to beat this vote, right? So what they did though, and it's being spearheaded by the new face of the Democratic Party, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. What they are doing is doing an optics war, Josh, right? We saw Newsom, we mentioned before, going straight Trump-pocalypse on X, right? The all caps, they're talking about Trump's little hands, they're referring to himself in the third person, right? But what are they doing today in California? They are going to pass, you know it's going to pass, the new district maps in California. The difference between California and Texas. In Texas, once it's voted, that's how it is. The Democrats do have the ability to go ahead and challenge that in court. But because of the Supreme Court's ruling a couple of years ago, we already know how that'll go. Right. Their only basis to stand on would be to say that the maps are going against current voting rights. So they'd have to prove some form of discrimination. Very hard to prove. They're likely not going to do that. In California, though, what's going to happen is once it passes today, which it will pass, then they are going to go ahead and have the people vote on that in November. So they will get to allow the citizens to vote on accepting and adopting those maps or denying them. Josh, real quick before I get into what I believe the Democrats' overall strategy is, any words, Josh, on that passing in Texas?
Funny thing is, making